All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another inventRight.com YouTube show. Stephen, how to license your product idea without a patent? Oh my God. How are you going to do that?
Well, Andrew, I wrote a book just on this topic. In fact,
come on, don't shamelessly promote your book.
Can you see it back? Where is it? Can you see it back there?
I can't. I think maybe to the left of your head there. I'm on a different camera angle.
All right, you guys, this is a great topic. In fact, I went on a speaking tour around the country talking about this. In fact, I'm traveling to Northern Ireland to talk about this. So I'm going to give it everything I have, Andrew, and you know this is going to be a great topic because you don't need a patent to license your idea. I said it.
To sell your idea to a big company, for those of you that don't know what licensing is yet. And so before we get going, because it's going to be a long one, guys, if you want to know more about our coaching and mentoring program, go to inventRight.com, click on coaching and learn more. So Stephen, licensing your product without a patent. You got a few slides on this one, so I'm just going to follow your lead. So go for it, man.
Well, and let me start out by everybody believes you need to own something, right? Everybody says, you know, you talk to your friends, your family, maybe that patent attorney. They're always like, hey, you need a patent. And here I'm telling you, no, to license ideas, you do not need a patent. In fact, 99% of all the students that Andrew and I have been teaching for the last 15 years have licensed their product ideas without a patent.
Yeah, we get plenty of people, Steve, that come on board with us that I've already filed a patent. We say, great, let's use that as an asset, but let's not do that again. It's not necessary.
It's perfect, fine, but I'm going to back up for just a minute because I want to tell you why you don't need it. Number one, everybody's heard about open innovation. Open innovation is really a basic concept saying that companies need ideas from us. They're looking for ideas that are coming from us. They need us to come up with ideas. It's called open innovation. They've opened their doors for us to submit ideas to them. That's the first thing you need to realize. And they don't care where an idea comes from, but they need good ideas. Now, Andrew, what does that mean? That means it's a great opportunity for us. But what's amazing about this is that all those ideas that they're taking don't have patents. Right?
So you're telling me I don't have to go out and spend 15 grand on a patent every time I come up with an idea.
Yeah. And the reason why it's speed to market. Most ideas, guys, it's real simple. Most ideas are going to come out and they're going to have 2 to 3 years of selling. Because they always come out, they sell, and then they start to do this. Well,
and it could sell for 10 or 20 years, but how many products sell for 10 or 20 years?
It can. And those are maybe big ideas, but most ideas have a fairly short life cycle.
And why is that important? Why is that important for people to understand with regards to patents?
Well, a patent takes 4 years at least. So
I mean, it not anymore. It used to be, but it's anywhere from what, 1.5 to 4 years for the patent office to review it.
Yeah, trust me, they're going to do office.
That's a long time.
It's going to take at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
you might miss the market completely.
So if you went out and you waited for your patent issue, and then you contacted companies, the product may be irrelevant at that point. You know, and also all that time it's patent pending, right?
Yes.
So the company can say patent pending that whole time.
Yeah, and what's even better, you guys, if you go to our website, inventRight.com, and you go to the testimonial page, you will see student after student after student after student that have licensed their ideas without patents. And it's amazing, Andrew, and I'm not going to go through all of them. Usually I do this whole presentation where I just show slide after slide after slide of all these great ideas that students are collecting royalties without patents.
Okay, so how do you protect yourself then if you don't have a patent?
All right, so
you're going to get into that. Okay.
Well, the strategy, first of all, you have to realize, and I talked a little bit about this, there's big ideas and small ideas. Big ideas that are going to take time, money, maybe machinery, you're changing things around. It's going to take a lot of, it's going to take not just one patent, it's going to take a wall of patents, you guys. But those are big ideas. And
Well, now that sounds scary. That sounds expensive. So why
well,
I need
most
a
of us
wall
don't have
patents
big
now?
ideas. Big ideas change the industry a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so those are big ideas. They need patents. In fact, if you're going to jump in that water, you better have more than one patent. But I'm talking about ideas that go in and out all the time.
Which is most ideas.
Yes, and so what do you really need? You need perceived ownership. That's what you need, perceived ownership. And you can get perceived ownership with a provisional patent application, a PPA. So Andrew, talk about a PPA.
How much does that cost?
It costs like $65 for most of us.
Yeah, the micro-entity fee is only $65. If you're under $150K a year, it's only $65. So it's very, very doable. It lets you say patent pending for a year. And what we do with our students is if they get interest during that year, which usually for most projects within 3 or 4 months, you're going to gauge if there's interest. We show our students how to get the company to pay for the patent.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay for the patent.
Exactly.
So now it's low risk. To spend 15 grand because Uncle Joe says, well, that's a great idea. You better get a patent on that. And then you go out and spend 15 grand. Like, and he didn't know what he's talking about. He's encouraging. It's nice when family says that. But now you get yourself between a rock and a hard place, financially.
No, all you need is perceived ownership. You need a well-written provisional patent application.
Now, why do you, in the perceived ownership, I know our students know that term. How is a PPA perceived ownership?
See, I don't think you own anything. And that really bothers attorneys. It bothers all of us.
It bothers inventors, too.
It used to bother me.
But
I've been in federal court defending my patents against a very big toy company, and I realized patents are just words. And I had over 6 patents. And those words changed every day. And those words are interpreted by a judge, a jury, patent examiners, and people can work around it, right? So what do you really own? But perceived ownership for all of us, especially with those ideas that go in and out within 3 to 4 years, all you need is a well-written provisional patent application that allows you or that potential licensee, that company, to file maybe a non-provisional patent application if maybe they want to get a patent. But you don't need that at first, Andrew. You just need a provisional patent application that's written well.
You don't need that to shop your idea and see if companies are interested. All you need is that provisional for 65.
And I'll tell you the reason why.
So when we say you don't need a patent, because a provisional is not a patent, it's a placeholder in time. It's a provisional patent.
It's a provisional patent application.
Application, yeah.
It's just a time stamp in time, and the USPTO doesn't even open it up, and you can write it yourself with simple words and languages. And like I said, I wrote a whole book on how to write it correctly. But here's the catch, you guys. It's this gray area. Now, this is the most important part of this video if you're watching. That gray area. Imagine your product lands on someone's desk, like the CEO, and he sees it and he loves your product. So he calls the manufacturing guy in, he calls the sales guy in, calls the marketing guy in, and the marketing person says, hey, I love this, we can market this. The sales guy says, this is a great idea, I can sell this. The manufacturing guy says, great, I can make this. They call the attorney in and he goes, well, does he own it? Does he have a patent on it? And then the CEO goes, well, he's got a patent pending. Well, let me see it. So the CEO shows it to him. And the attorney looks at it and goes, okay. And the CEO goes, well, is he going to get a patent? And the attorney doesn't know. That's the gray area. He just doesn't know. It looks good. It's written well. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe yes. Who knows? Who cares? The CEO has 2 decisions to make. I can say, well, if he doesn't own it, forget it. That's bad business because I can sell it today. And the best protection is first to market and who owns the shelf space. Or you can say, well, what am I going to do? I can either let it go or bring it to market. But good business is that let's sell it. What are we going to wait till he gets a patent on this? And who even cares if he does or not? Because it's about selling, not about protection. And that's the gray area.
Yeah, and what Stephen is saying with these big companies being first to market, getting out there in a big way, everybody else is a me too. So to think that it's about the patents, the first to market and the large company that gets distribution, gets it in all those stores, that is more important and bigger protection, Stephen, than a patent in a lot of cases, being first to market.
That gray area is where we win. The unknown. And they don't know what to do. Now, here's the other part of this. Andrew, this is so important. It's called a win-win strategy, meaning how to structure, how to negotiate a licensing contract where that company says yes. And people don't realize this. Now, I can go into great details about this, and I don't have time to do it, but I can tell you this. Guys, it's real simple. Licensing agreements like to specify that you own this patent or this patent application or these certain claims. And I always try to open it up where I can add new stuff. And they always agree to adding new stuff. Why do they agree to it? Because you're going to make improvements. And those improvements help you, helps the company. So when they try to narrow the grant of license in a contract, we try to open it back up, and they all say yes, because it's good for business. Now, when they do that, here's the catch, guys. It's really simple. If they do that, and they will do that, you're going to give them 3 options for the royalty rate, because you're going to take away all the risk. If it's patent pending, you're going to pay us 7%, let's say. If it's if it's granted, pay us 7. If it's patent pending, pay us 5. If it doesn't issue at all, pay us 1. One more time. If it issues, pay us 7. Patent pending, pay us 5. Now, what I like about when you opened it up, Andrew, I can keep on filing more IP, I can file another provisional patent application. I can keep it patent pending for a long time, definitely for the life of it. Does that make sense? Did everybody get that?
And another, I get that, Stephen. It's great advice. And another thing that people don't understand is you can always get a patent on something. If the claims are narrow enough, you can always get a patent. If you're so specific on what you're protecting, so that's never really going to happen.
All right. Andrew, one last thing before we run out of time. I'm so excited about this topic because I get to see licensing agreements. You get to see them. I get to see them almost weekly now at inventRight.
Yep.
And all those licensing agreements, I can tell you right now, no one has a patent. That's reality. Don't let anybody tell you have to have one to license an idea, because I see them weekly.
Well, Steve, I wouldn't say no. When we have people that come on board with us on their first project and they'd already filed one before they found us, they didn't realize they could do this, and those people have patents. Yeah.
But the other thing I want to say too, you have to know how to write a provisional patent application that has value. We don't have time to talk about it. We'll do another one of these about how to do that. But I can tell you this right now. Buy this book in the back. In fact, I'm going to put it up on the screen. It has everything about how to write a provisional patent application that has value. To know the difference between a big idea and a small idea, and how to negotiate a contract where you win every single time. There's my plug. There you go.
Great, Stephen. Thank you so much. And my plug is check out our coaching page on inventRight.com. Take care, everybody. Keep inventing. Down below, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We'll catch up with you on the next inventRight.com TV show. See ya. Bye-bye.